Hi everyone, I'm Serena and welcome back. In this video, I'm going to be talking about validation. So if you've seen my videos with the trade show and selling artwork and stuff, that actually took place in a small town, and I ended up having a really good experience there, I would say. I had some things happen that I did not expect at all, and so I felt like it was a good time to talk about validation in a video. Basically, whenever we first went there, I had a lot of worries because it was a small town I had never been to before, and I was pretty worried about how people would perceive me and things. Um, we ended up staying with my friend's family, and I really hadn't interacted with them except for her mom, and she wasn't even there for the first day or two. And so I was just meeting all these new people and stuff, and um, basically it was pretty worrisome. What ended up happening was actually pretty amazing because when we actually got there, the first person that we went and encountered was her grandma, and that's also the like age range that I'm kind of like concerned with is like younger people and like older people, because younger people just don't have filters, and they'll just say whatever. Older people end up just getting a bad rap because it's like older time eras, older ways of thinking or whatever that comes along with that. This was not the case at all though. At least that I know of. She ended up meeting us outside whenever we got to her house, and the first thing she did was hug me and just say, "Oh, you're a really tall girl." And I was just like, "Yeah, definitely." And that pretty much set the pace for the entire rest of the weekend. The fact that not only her, but the rest of the family ended up being so validating was amazing and something I did not expect at all. I have not ever been in a family environment that really treated me like that at all. So it was really interesting, and there was a lot of moments I had where I was just kind of sitting there like, wow, this is like what my own family should be like. I really enjoyed experiencing that, and I guess if that's the only time I ever can, I'm okay with it because I didn't expect it to happen, and it was nice that it actually did. So that was one of the big things. The next part was the actual trade show itself whenever we went there and tried to sell stuff, because there we're interacting with all these people, the general public of the small town, which I wasn't really sure what to expect again. I kind of hid in my booth the whole time, but what ended up happening was really, really good again. Everybody just totally validated me. I didn't have one incident of anything. Like, it was one of the best feelings ever to just be like totally just fitting in completely, and everybody is just like, "Oh yeah, look at this awesome stuff she's doing," and like, "Oh wow, look at what she's making," and stuff. It was just like the coolest thing ever. Like, nobody even like second guessed themselves or anything, or were even showing signs of being suspicious of me or nothing like that. Like, it was amazing. Like, I was very, very surprised, and it's built my confidence a ton because I still have a lot of issues with like how people view me and stuff. I mean, ultimately, I don't care, but when you're actually out in public, it's one of those things like I want to know because I want to know how I fit, I guess. If I'm actually seen as a woman most of the time, or all the time, or none of the time, because it helps me be able to navigate in the general public and stuff. So even though I don't really like paying attention to people's opinions and stuff that are based on that, it's hard to not focus on that, basically, to some kind of extent. Like the bathroom, for instance, I really don't feel comfortable going in there at all. Like, I never have anyway. It's always been a place I've hated, but since then, and having so much validation, it's just been like all of a sudden it doesn't seem as scary and stuff. It's because I came from being so used to everybody just like kind of like seeming to know, basically, and I just didn't like being in that place because it's like this like middle ground or whatever thing, which is just weird with some people validating you and others not and everything. And like, since I was in that and I got so used to that, I just started to feel like I should just avoid things like the bathroom and stuff like that altogether. Like, I have been just used to the idea that everybody just knows, and that I'm just kind of automatically outed all the time because of things like my height. It's kind of hard to feel like you're actually like fitting in to a particular gender when you're like feeling like you're towering over them and you're in public and you're taller than a lot of guys and stuff, and just start feeling like everybody just knows. But anyway, that doesn't seem to be the case, and it kind of just makes me feel like I was being a bit irrational about the whole thing, honestly, and I just was kind of blind to the fact that I have gotten way further with my transition than I realized, and that I probably don't have to be as freaked out as I was, and to not think that way, not have that mentality so much. Like, there's been a lot of changes, obviously, and that even though I've been, like, poor for the past year and I can't do anything to further my transition, and I've actually gone backwards in losing a lot of the money I was saving for things like surgery, that I've still made progress. It's been really nice that that's been there, and it was just really shown to me with the trade show, and it has to be probably my favorite thing to happen during it. I didn't even sell anything, but just the experience that I had there has just made me feel so much better, and I've had so much more energy to do things like videos and stuff ever since I've been back, and it's just been amazing. And I it's something that I hope that all trans people can experience at some point, because it's very eye-opening when it happens, and for me it just happened out of nowhere. It's really, really good, because I felt like I've been stuck in a rut for a really long time. Basically, yeah, that's the whole entire trade show experience, and it was really, really good, and I'm excited to do more trips and have more fun and to put more stuff on this channel, because I have a lot more things coming down the line, and now I have more confidence through the validation thing, and just I'm excited that I can focus a little more on that and be a little less worried and have a bit less anxiety in those areas. So thank you for watching this video, and until next time, goodbye.